Hare Krishna, thank you for joining. Let's make a start. Just give me a second, please. Okay. Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Bihari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Bihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jayo Giravardhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jayo Giravardhari, Shodanandana Vraj Jana Ranjana, Shodanandana Vraj Jana Ranjana, Yamuna Tiravanachari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Bihari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Really go. Om Gyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshurmuritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutle Samrupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanam Sadim Sadvetam Savadrutam Krishna Setam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sutadevi Pranmami Hari Priye Pancha Kalpa Turvehascha Kirpa Sindhuvevacha Paditana Pavnebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo 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 Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Dishatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Mukram Koti Vachalam Pangum Langyategam Yat Kripatam Vandashi Guru Din Taranam Paramananda Madam Shitaneshwaram Hariyam Tassat Narayan Namaskritya Naram Cheva Naruttam Devin Sasvedyasam Tato Je Madhuriyat Nashta Presham Drishnitamausaya Bhakti Utanshloka Bhakti Bhakti Nishtaki Hare Krishna. Okay, so in the last few verses now of chapter 10, and we shall share. Let's get this on the way. Okay, so we are in verse 31, and we'll just finish the chapter from here to verse 36, and then overview on Wednesday evening. So please do join. So verse 31 says, Evam vida gadantinam sagira puryoshitam nirikshanena bhyanandan sasmitena yayau harihi. So evam vidha, in this way, gadantinam, thus praying and talking about him, Saha, he, the Lord, Gira of words, Pura Yoshitam, of the ladies of the capital, Niriksha Anena, by his grace of glancing over them, Abhi Nandan, and greeting them, Sa Samitena, with a smiling face, Yo departed, Harihi, the person got it. So the ladies were glorifying, praising the Lord, and now he's living. So while the ladies of the capital, Hastinapur, were greeting him and talking in this way, the Lord smilingly accepted their good greetings, and casting the grace of his glance over them, he departed from the city. So Krishna is leaving now from Hastinapur. So let me see if I have anything to add. Okay, fine. So Ajat Shatru Pratanam Gopithya Madhu Divisha Prevya Shankita Sanehat Prayukta Chatur Anginim. So Ajat Shatru, Maharaj Yudhishthir, who was no one's enemy, Pratanam, defensive forces, Gopithaya, for giving protection, Madhu Divisha, of the enemy of Madhu, Sri Krishna, Parebiha, from others, Shankita, being afraid of, Snehat, out of affection, Prayayunkta, engaged, Chatu, Anginam, four defense divisions. So Maharaj Yudhishthir, although no one's enemy, engaged four divisions of defense, horse, elephant, chariot, and army to accompany Lord Krishna. So there was like they love Krishna, there is well wishers, and they want cared by safety, although he's God himself, but it's that attachment. They want to do the best. It's also a sign of respect as well. The enemy of the souls, demons. The Maharaj did this because of the enemy and also out of affection of the Lord. So natural defense measures are horses and elephants combined with chariots and men. Horses and elephants are trained to move to any part of the hills or forests and plains. The charioteers could fight with many horses and elephants by the strength of powerful arrows, even up to the standard of Brahmastra, similar to the modern atomic weapons. Maharaj Yudhishthira knew well that Krishna is everyone's friend and well-wisher, yet there were asurs who were by nature envious of the Lord. So out of fear of attack from others and out of affection also, he engaged all varieties of defensive forces such as bodyguards of Lord Krishna. If required, Lord Krishna himself was sufficient to defend himself from the attack of others who counted the Lord as the enemy. But still he accepted all the arrangements made by Maharaj Yudhishthira because he could not disobey the king, who was his elder cousin. So for so many reasons, he didn't disobey him. The Lord plays the part of a subordinate in his transcendental sporting, and thus sometimes he puts himself in the care of Yashoda Mata for his protection in his so-called helplessness of childhood. That is a transcendental Leela, or pastime of the Lord. The basic principle for all transcendental exchanges between the Lord and his devotees is exhibited to enjoy a transcendental bliss for which there is no comparison even to the level of Brahma Ananda. So Krishna plays his role well, even though it may be a subordinate role, because we all have to be subordinate. Even God proves that he has to be subordinate to someone when he's play acting. That's the way it is. Everyone has parents, otherwise won't be here. And then you have friends, well-wishers, like that. So there's different rasas for everyone. We have different rasas here. Krishna enjoys different rasas as well. So people wonder that if Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead, then why does he need bodyguards? why is Maharaj Yudhishthira sending bodyguards? Where there is love, there is no logic. That's the explanation. You can't apply debate in loving relationship. So Maharaj Yudhishthira wanted to protect Krishna and do his duty as a king. Krishna accepted the loving exchanges of Maharaj Yudhishthira. So it's all like, it's okay. Let's just carry on. In the Damodar pastime, when Mother Yashoda tried to tie up Krishna, he could not be bound because his entities were protecting him from being bound. But Mother Yashoda's love and devotion energy overpowered all the other energies. So it's not a managerial role or hierarchy or anything like that. It's love conquers everything. Atha durgatan shurhi Kauravan Virat Turan Sanivritya Dridham Snigdan Prayat Svanagarim Priyahi. Thus Durgatan, having accompanied for a long distance, Shurahi, Lord Krishna, Kauravan, the Pandavas, Virat Turan, overwhelmed by a sense of separation, Sanivritya, politely persuaded, Dridham, determined, Snigdan, full of affection, Prayat, proceeded, Sva Nagarim, towards his own city, which is the Dwarka, Pirahi, with dear companions. So out of profound affection for Lord Krishna, the Pandavas who were of the Kuru dynasty accompanied him a considerable distance to see him off. They were overwhelmed with the thought of future separation. The Lord, however, persuaded them to return home, and he proceeded towards Dwarka with his dear companions. So the Pandavas would have taken him all the way if they could, but Lord Krishna said, "It's okay, now you go back, and I will carry him from here." So this is 33. So it says that even in the material relationship, separation can be very difficult and painful. What to talk about having a relationship with Krishna, who's the most attractive. If Krishna didn't stop them, they would have walked him all the way to Dwarka. Yeah, so it just shows the intensity of the love for Krishna. Kuru Jangal Panchalan Suresh Senan Sayamunan Brahma Vartam Kurukshetram Matsyan Sarsavatan Ath Marudanvam Atikarmya Sovira Vira Yoho Pran Anartan Bhargavo Pajat Shrantavaho Madag Vibhu. So Kuru Jangal, the province of Delhi, Panchalan, part of the province Punjab, Shura Senan, part of the province of Uttar Pradesh, Savid, Yamuna, the districts of the bank of the Yamuna, Brahma Vartam, part of northern Uttar Pradesh, Kurukshetram, the place where the battle was fought, Matsyan, the province Matsya, Sarsavatan, part of Punjab, and so on, Maru, Rajasthan, the land of deserts, then Bam, Madhya Pradesh, where water is very scanty, Ati Karmya, after passing, Sovira, Sorastar, Abiro Yoho, part of Gujarat, Paran, western side, Anartan, the province of Dwarka, Bhargav or Shonak, Upagat, overtaken by Shrant, fatigue, Vaha, the horses, Manak, Vibhu, slightly, because of the long journey. Oshonak, the Lord then proceeded towards Kuru Jangal, Panchala, Shurasena, the land on the bank of the river Yamuna, Brahmavat, Kurukshetra, Matsya, Sasvat, the province of the desert and the land of scanty water. After crossing these provinces, he gradually reached the Sovira and Abira provinces, then west of these reached Dwarka at last. So the provinces passed over by the Lord in those days were differently named, but the direction given is sufficient to indicate that he traveled through Delhi, Punjab, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Surashtra, and Gujarat, and at last he reached his home province at Dwarka. We don't gain any profit simply by researching the analogous provinces of those days up to now, but it appears that the desert of Rajasthan and the provinces of scanty water like Madhya Pradesh were present even 5,000 years ago. The theory of soil experts that the desert developed in recent years is not supported by the statements of Bhagavatam. We may leave the matter for expert geologists to research because the changing universe has different phases of geological development. We are satisfied that the Lord has now reached his own province, Dwarka Dham. From the Kuru provinces, Kurukshetra continues to exist since the Vedic age, and it is sheer foolishness when interpreters ignore or deny the existence of Kurukshetra. So our focus is not the places, but the fact that Krishna traveled to these places. Punjab is very dear to me, and so excited. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah. So Krishna went through Punjab as well. That's nice to hear. And finally, the last verse. Tatra tatra hi tatrat yer harhi pratyudyatar hanaha sayam beje disham paschat gavistho gam gatas tada. So tatra at different places it so happened, tatraihi by local inhabitants, Hari the person regarded, pratyudayata arhana being offered presentation and worshipful regards, Sayam the evening, Beje having overtaken, Disham direction, Paschat western, Vista the sun in the sky, Gam into the ocean, Gatha having gone, Tada at that time. So on his journey through these provinces, he was welcomed, worshipped, and given various presentations. In the evening, in all places, the Lord suspended his journey to perform evening rites. This was regularly observed after sunset. So let's see. It is said here that the Lord observed religious principles regularly while he was on the journey. There are certain philosophical speculations that even the Lord is under the obligations of fruitive actions. But actually this is not the case. It does not depend on the action of any good or bad work. Since the Lord is absolute, everything done by him is good for everyone. When he descends to the earth, he acts for the protection of the devotees and for the annihilation of the impious non-devotees. Although he has no obligatory duty, still he does everything so that others may follow, as explained in chapter 3 of Bhagavad-Gita. That is the way of actual teaching. One must act properly himself and teach the same to others. Otherwise, no one will accept one's blind teaching. He is himself the awarder of fruitive results. He is self-sufficient, and yet he acts according to the rulings of the revealed scripture in order to teach us the process. If he does not do so, the common man may go wrong. But in the advanced stage, when one can understand the transcendental nature of the Lord, one does not try to imitate him. This is not possible. So you just follow in his footsteps. You don't imitate. We cannot, like for like, we cannot imitate God. We can only take the principles of what he was following. And obviously, still have to remember that he's God. We can't follow like for like, because there's things he did that we're not able to do, like pick up Govardhan, like that. Many things he did. So just follow the principles, use our intelligence. The Lord in human society does what is the duty of everyone. So that's the rule he follows. So whatever is the duty of every person, entity that is, especially in the human body on earth, he will do accordingly. But sometimes he does something extraordinary as well, and not to be imitated by the living being. So the ordinary things we follow, extraordinary things we praise. We cannot imitate them. We shouldn't even try to imitate them. His acts of evening prayer, as stated here, must be followed, because that's a general activity. We can all do that by the living being. But it is not possible to follow his mountain lifting or dancing with the gopis. One cannot imitate the sun, which can exhaust water even from a filthy place. The most powerful can do something which is all good, but our imitation of such acts will put us into endless difficulty. Therefore, in all actions, the experienced guide, the spiritual master, who is the manifested mercy of the Lord, should always be consulted, and the path of progress will be assured. So if we don't know what we should be doing and what we should be doing, then you consult the spiritual master, you can consult the scriptures, and you can consult the sadhus. So we have these three things that we can take guidance from. So we're not alone. So there's no excuse. I didn't know what to do. There's facilities available that we can take guidance from. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the first canto, 10th chapter of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, entitled Departure of Lord Krishna for Dwarka. Hare Krishna. So just to add to this, Krishna performs many acts to set an example. Like here, Krishna performs his duties so that others may follow his example. But there are other examples that should not be followed, like dancing with the gopis or girls or marrying so many wives. Krishna is God and can do anything. So while following Krishna's footsteps, we should remember that he is God and we are not. Ordinary activities are no problem. Extraordinary, leave that to God. If anyone claims to be God or his incarnation, then first they should pick up Govardhan Hill or show the Virat Roop. And this is the reason, or at least one of the reasons, why Krishna does these extraordinary activities, to remind people that he is God. And somebody claims to be God, then they have to do the same. If they can produce the same extraordinary activities, then yes, they be accepted as God. But if they cannot, then when we know they're cheaters. We need an expert spiritual master who can guide us in which of Krishna's examples we can follow. So if we're not sure, ask a spiritual master which activities we should follow, which we shouldn't. Although it should be obvious that which ones we can do, which we can't, and which are to be avoided. Because it can become like Sahajya. If you're copying Krishna, then it's called Sahajya. If we follow the formula Srila Prabhupada has prescribed, then progress is assured. Spiritual masters are a manifestation of Krishna's mercy. You get more mercy for serving the spiritual master than directly serving Krishna, because he is very dear to Krishna. Krishna is more pleased when you serve his devotees rather you're trying to serve him. Because when you're serving Krishna directly, it's most likely that you're after something, matlab. So he's not happy with that. He said, you go through my devotees, you serve them, you please me, serve them, because you don't want anything directly from them, so you serve them, and then I will see whether you are serious or not. So anyway, just it's sort of an indirect example that we are hearing. It's like this is now Pitru Paksh, and they say that your Pitras tell Krishna that please look after my family, my children, like that. They're very nice, they're very dear, they care so much for me. But then Krishna says, oh, I see, okay, let's see how much they care for you. And if they don't do anything, a short time at all, just completely forgotten their relative or the mother, father, whoever, their ancestor. So Krishna says, you said that they care a lot about you and you want me to do well for them. But they have forgotten you. They're not doing anything for you. So why should I, why should I agree with you that they are very nice and that they care so much for you? I didn't see any action taken from them that shows that they care for you. So a little bit like that you have to show something for your spiritual master, and then Krishna will believe that you are serious, not that you just after transaction from Krishna directly trying to please him so you get something in return. So please the spiritual master, and then Krishna is also pleased. So spiritual masters are a manifestation of Krishna mercy. You get more mercy by serving the spiritual master than directly serving Krishna, which is very dear to Krishna. We are the grandchildren of Srila Prabhupada, so we are very dear to him. So if Prabhupada says to Krishna that these are my grandchildren, please have mercy on them, and they're very good, they're very respectful, they serve me a lot, but we're not serving Prabhupada in any way, we're not even following his Vani, what he instructed us, then how are we great grandchildren? We're not. We should talk and glorify Krishna like the ladies of Hastinapur, then we will also get the smile of Krishna. Because Krishna, before he left, he smiled he gave them his glance and he gave them his smile, and Krishna can still do that for us if we are sincere like the ladies of Hastinapur. Well, so thank you so much. Very nice ending there. So serve the spiritual master and prove your sincerity and follow his instructions. And we're not sure what to do in Krishna consciousness, then we just take instruction. That's the best way. That's everybody needs guru, especially Siksha Gurus. We all need Siksha Gurus, and you can have many Siksha Gurus as you need, and try to understand about this transcendental knowledge. So that's wonderful. Krishna. Last week, last week, but on Friday, we were talking about Krishna's wives and how he's the perfect husband to 16,108 wives. So Krishna can do that, and we're also discussing the three dhams that we follow. That when you go there, your bhakti is magnified, but but you have to be careful, because if we do wrong there, that's also magnified. So it's not just that you only get bhakti, you can get reversals as well. So we have to be careful. It's better to go there, visit regularly, do bhakti, do some service there, and come back here and serve the devotees back here, come fully charged up. So thank you so much. Let's hear from yourselves. Stop sharing this, and we'll start with Hina Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna everyone. Thank you so much for the class. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I think for me, the key points to take away from the verses you've covered is around how Krishna, the Lord, is absolute, and it's such a heavy statement. It's such a lovely statement as well. How, for me, I understand that as his form, his name, his pastimes are all the same, and his intentions are always good, and he always does good. He wants what is best for us, but sometimes we don't understand everything he does, especially when bad things happen. But there's always an underlining reason for everything that happens. So we can only trust him, and also we can't imitate him either. And also how Krishna prefers when we serve his devotees directly, to serve them directly rather than himself, and that we should follow the spiritual master and take take instruction from him, and take Shiksha gurus as well on this path too, as many as we wish. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you so much, Mother. Yeah, Krishna, he's made all provisions. We really don't have any excuses. The provisions are there for us. It's all open to us, open to everyone. And there's no like age restriction or color restriction or any other, how much money you have in the bank. Nothing, no restrictions whatsoever. Sometimes when you like some countries say, oh, if you want to come to us, then you got to have show so much, wealth, and then maybe qualifications, or you don't need nothing. You just spiritual master is open to everyone. Thank you so much, Mataji. Ajaya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So it's always interesting how you can become quite easily put under delusion if you're not careful. In terms of even if you're in bhakti, you become excessively proud, then you can, instead of being a positive for the devotees around you, for yourself, for the world in general, you can become a negative because you can start thinking yourself as I'm the one who's doing everything, how great I am, what I've achieved, as opposed to you're doing this for Krishna, you're doing this for his devotees, you're doing this because this is what your natural constitution is. That's why it's good that you have these Bhagavatam sessions and such, that we can discuss that, how we need to always recognize our relationship with Krishna. Not only that he's the supreme, in terms of everything belongs to him. He's the cause of everything. Sarva Karana, the cause of all causes. But he's also our supreme well-wisher in that sense as well. That he's always maintaining us, and he's always trying to get us back to him. It's not that he's happy. He's not happy that we are here suffering and such. He's given us the free will, but he would much rather we were back with him. It's like it's an example of with the Jay and Vijay, as in when the Kumaras cursed them, Lord Narayan intervened straight away to make sure that they weren't cursed for good away from Vaikuntha. He made sure that okay, as explained, I need you. This is all happening because I need you for my pastimes in the material world. But I don't. He wouldn't want it to be the case that Jay and Vijay would be stuck here for practically eternity. So Lord makes sure that He's providing us with opportunities. We just sometimes don't realize it. Now, at least when you come to Bhakti, you realize that there's an opportunity been given here to actually try and get back onto the right path. It's just about recognizing that when Krishna is giving you the mercy, is giving you opportunities, that you take them. You don't take whatever opportunity you do recognize as for granted, but also recognize that something's happening for you, whether good or bad. It's because the Lord's trying to help you improve in your bhakti. It's not that he's trying to punish you, or he's trying to, he's just messing for the sake of messing with you. No, he's doing this because he wants you to progress. And if that's the case, that's what we just learn from the great devotees. They always see Krishna's hand in everything. That's what we need to do. We see Krishna's hand in everything. When we start recognizing that, that's when things become easier. We're no longer in the sense that, oh, what do I do now? What do I do? I should do anything. What does Krishna want me to do? What would make Krishna happy? What would make his devotees happy? When we think in that way, then this life becomes a lot easier.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Yeah. So when you're devoting, then it's about the faith, isn't it? Your faith that Krishna is looking after me, whatever is happening in my life, it's Krishna's will, and it's all good for me. I mean, the Pandavas, they suffered so much, but they did not complain. Krishna was on their side, and this is just the process they have to go through. And even Sachi Mata, look, I mean, she had 8 daughters and they all died. But Jagannath Mishra, Sachi Mata never lost faith in the Lord. They still, they didn't go up or become atheists or something that God, He doesn't care for us. We are doomed, and there is no God. People, it's natural to feel like that after so many things. You have 8 children and they all passed away, and you go mental. But they had full confidence in God, and then Vishwarup was born, and then little Nimai came. God Himself came in the house, and they were strong all the way through. They never lost faith. So yeah, faith is very important. If you have taken shelter of Krishna, then you have to maintain the faith. That's the connection with Him. Faith is very, very important. Thank you so much. Children?
Hare Krishna, everyone. Pranams to all of you. Yes, this chapter comes to end today, and we're seeing how Krishna is assuring the protection for Pandavas and all the citizens of Hastinapur, and how he has made his way towards Dwarka, which will continue in the next chapter. So up to now, we have seen in all the chapters that Lord is a person. He reiterates every time through his leelas that he's a person, he's a supreme person, albeit he's not an ordinary person. So everything has to be done in a very personal way for Lord. That's the way to the devotional service. So actually we are being taught the ropes of the devotional service in all the chapters. This is what is quite evident, and how God is greeted, how when he's departing, how the ladies are emotional, and how they're making sure that everything is perfect for the journey. God doesn't need anything, but he's playing all these, he's going through all these leelas over and over in different verses for us only. In the multiverses, these things are happening for us, for jivas like us, or whichever form of life is there in other planets. So we have to learn so much. We have to do our karma every day. Karma yoga, we have to learn every day. We have to, give everything to Krishna. We have to connect everything to Krishna. And we can't say that we have learned everything, that tomorrow we'll get up and we'll do everything perfectly, because we have learned so much so far. Because that's not how we are made. We have got a mind, we have got a free will, and we have got the 3 modes around us, and all the people we meet, they also have some predominant mode of nature in them. So if you see from far, it seems that yes, we have to contend with a lot in every day-to-day life. We have to go through a lot of struggles in our own way, because we are not perfect. We learn and we forget, but these lessons from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, they keep our memory fresh and keep us rooted, keep us grounded in our regulative principles, whatever Srila Prabhupada has left for us, and how painstakingly he has documented everything, whether it's in lectures, whether it's in the
Conversations,
books, letters, shastras. He's translated, he's given purports to, and he has given us some, so there are many worthy disciples of Srila Prabhupada who have done so much after Srila Prabhupada left. So this shows that how much he invested in them as well. So it is our time now to help others in our capacity. This is what Krishna wants. This is the chain reaction which continues from life after life. So if you are doing good, it is going to multiply. If you're going to do bad, that is also going to multiply. And who is going to suffer the consequence? No one, but our soul. So we have to think of our souls and learn the lessons from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam as they come along in the ongoing chapters. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's Prabhupada's grandchildren. it's down to us now. Srila Prabhupada's disciples, so many have gone and they're getting very old. So the responsibility comes on to the next generation to make sure that the mission is strong, it continues in that mood. So devotees are doing a lot to make sure that that is the case. So thank you so much. And so Wednesday, no program in the morning. In the evening we'll meet, and also then on Friday we'll continue on the entrance of Krishna into Dwarka. That should also be very interesting. So Krishna lives here with all the bells and whistles in Hastinapur. Then how he's received back home after all this time, that is also amazing. So yeah, this is the biggest VIP you can have. We have some Maharaj come or some dignitary comes, how much fuss is made over them, and when it's the Lord himself is coming or going, that it shows what kind of fuss should be made over him, and that we've seen when he leaves Hastinapur. Now we'll see what fuss is made over him when he arrives back home. So thank you all so much. Granthra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki
Jai.
Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai. Go
Gaura
Prem
Prem.
Nandi,
Hari Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.